Hi y'all, welcome to Vocals 101 with Mix B. Today we are going to be continuing our lessons on setting up your vocal warm-ups. Today we are going to be talking about our fourth section of our warm-ups, diction. So what diction means is, the definition of diction is the style of enunciation in speaking or singing. And if you don't know, enunciation, bad diction. Enunciation is the act of pronouncing words. I obviously didn't do my diction warm-ups today. So when you're working on your diction, so this is something that's very important when you're working on your singing. When you're singing a song to somebody, there's lyrics. And if they cannot understand the words you are saying, the entire message of the song is gone. So it's when you're singing, you really have to enunciate your words more than you do when you're singing. Because if you're singing in an auditorium, the people all the way in the back of the auditorium, they have to be able to understand what you're saying just as well as the people who are sitting in the front row. And in order for that to happen, you have to have clear diction. So when you're thinking about diction, everything about diction is focusing on your tongue, your lips, your mouth formation. Those are the things that you are using to form your words when you're singing. So all of these exercises the goal is to get all of those things moving so that you're ready to pronounce and enunciate all of your words correctly when you're practicing your actual songs. So first diction exercise I am going to start teaching you actually is related to that. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips are the words. So those are all of your articulators is what they're called. So your articulators are those things that we use to form our words. So it sounds like this. It's the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. So the whole thing sounds like this. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. You really only need to do that a few times. It's just going up through your whole scale, saying all of those words. Realistically, you say it 8 times every time you go through it, so you probably only need to do the whole exercise a few times. So that's a really good one. Mainly, a lot of your diction exercises, just speaking tongue twisters is a great diction warm-up. If you want to do your diction warm-up with your breathing warm-up and not do it before your vocal eases, so not doing singing ones, you can do you can just speak through tongue twisters. Any tongue twisters that you know, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, whatever tongue twisters that you know, all of those things will get your mouth and your lips all warmed up so that you're ready to sing. You can also just put tongue twisters on random words if you want to. So I'm going to teach you guys some exercises that I use in my classroom that I think are really great diction exercises, and they're pretty fun, especially when doing them in a classroom full of middle schoolers, which is what I usually spend my life doing. So this first one that I'm going to teach you is just the alphabet, but you are not singing your alphabet in the way you're used to singing your alphabet, which makes it slightly more complicated. So, sounds like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. When I used to do this in my high school choir, our teacher always used to say, exaggerate everything in your face to the point you look ridiculous. You should feel this in your face when you're done with it. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So really get that mouth moving, because the whole point of these diction exercises is to warm up your mouth and your tongue. So if you really over-exaggerate everything, that will help. So another good one, so that was the ABC one. Another good one, which is the same notes, different words, though. But so it's Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Again, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Like this. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. And then you add, oh my, onto the end. So the whole thing sounds like, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Oh my. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Oh my. So you always want to really dig into all of those sounds in that one. So another one that I use with my students is called Whenever the Weather. It's another tongue twister. So the words are, whenever the weather is cold, whenever the weather is hot. We'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. And so the main thing with this is focusing on those T's, cold, hot. The only difference between a D and a T is that a D has voice, so you can feel this. There's no voice. Your mouth is doing the same thing. The only difference is the voice. So this key thing about this exercise is making sure that you can hear the difference between those things. This one has a lot of like sounds. So it sounds like this. Whenever the weather is cold, whenever the weather is hot, we'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Whenever the weather is cold, whenever the weather is hot, we'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. So for that one specifically, but actually for all of your diction exercises, what I tend to do is you start them off slow, and then as you progress through the keys of the exercise, you get faster and faster. So by the end of that, you should be saying through all those words much faster than that. So another good one for diction, and this one's also in minor, so it's a cool little harmonic thing. A lot of warm-ups are in major. So this one is many mumbling mice. So this is another M1, like that M&M one. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. So you've got a lot of M's, k, t, all of those sounds. K, 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 t, t, t. Those are all, honestly, you could just do stuff like that to warm yourself up. But those are all the sounds you want to focus on for this one. In your diction exercises, you really always want to think about your consonants. So if you want to think of it like your vocal eases is more focused on the actual vowel part of the warm-up, and your diction is really focusing on the consonants. So it sounds like this. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. It's a nice one. It's in minor, so it's a little moody. It's also really fun too. So another one that I really like doing, this one is very difficult. This is probably one of the most difficult ones that I find. So the words are just unique New York. I know this doesn't sound that hard, but just wait until you say it 8 times in a row. So the main thing is really making sure this one stays unique New York instead of unique New York or something like that, because that's always what it turns into by the end. So this one sounds the same as the tip of the tongue one, but it's unique New York, but it's just you say unique New York on every step of the scale going up. So it sounds like this. Unique New York, 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 unique New York. Unique New York, 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 unique New York. So that's another one that you can really just do it maybe like 3 to 5 times, because it's a long warm-up and it is very difficult. Good. So the last one that I want to talk about today is one that I used to do in my women's choir that I'm actually wearing my sweater for. This is where I learned this one. It's where I learned a few of them. So the words are round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. You can do it on one note. And this is honestly how you can take this and then you can turn any tongue twister into a warm-up using the same kind of thing. So this one's all just on one note. And so you want to roll your R's for this. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. It's good to, it sounds really weird, but it's great. Round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. It's really great for getting your tongue moving. If you can't roll your R's, you can just flip them. But try not to do like round and round the rugged rock, the ragged rascal ran. It's actually quite hard. But you can kind of make up your own warm-ups with tongue twisters. Just sing it all on one note. Go up, do the next one. Make up your own rhythm. So you really can make up your own warm-ups. So I just gave you all of these really good, fun exercises. Another thing that you can really just do if you're trying to quickly warm up all of your articulators, remember those are our teeth, tongue, lips, all the things we use to form our words. You can do things just going like, kind of sounds like beatboxing, that kind of thing. Just do a bunch of stuff like that warms up your articulators too. Less entertaining than most of the stuff that I just taught you, but just as effective if you're trying to get through stuff fast. So I hope that you enjoyed this video on diction exercises for your vocal warm-up. There are a lot of warm-ups that you can do that I didn't mention in this video. If you have any fun ones that you know, feel free to mention them in the comments. I am always looking for fun new warm-ups to teach to my students and just to use in my own warm-ups. So I hope that you enjoyed this diction video. Next video coming out will be the last one for our warm-up series in Vocals 101. Will be on range extension. If you haven't seen my previous few videos on your warm-ups, you should check them out. I've got many lessons on physical exercises for singing, breathing exercises for singing, and vocal eases. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, you should check out those on my profile. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!